Hi, welcome to another edition of End Credits, and today we will be looking at The Living Daylights. Now, before we begin, just a few facts and figures. Now, the movie was released on the 31st of July 1987 and had a budget of $40 million. Now, by the time it was finished, it had grossed $51,186,259. So Bond was still in there. Well, what did I think of Living Daylights? I absolutely loved it. This was the first Bond movie that I had seen ever in a cinema. So I'd seen all the others on the television, but this was the first time I'd seen proper full screen cinema, and I absolutely loved it. Timothy Dalton simply slipped into the role almost as if he had played it all his life, and there wasn't any uncomfortable for him, and nothing uncomfortable in it. He seemed to relish it, and more to the point, the action just kept going. Now, as I understand, the script was initially written for Roger Moore in mind, but after he left in A View to a Kill, they just simply carried it over. And to be honest, it actually works better with Timothy in the part. There's more action, there's more energy. The puns are still in there, but it's still Bond. You had a brilliant cast. You had, as I said, Timothy Dalton as Bond in his first outing. We've had Marion Diabo as Cara. We've had Joe Don Baker as Brad Whitaker. We had Jeroen Krab as General Gorgy Koskov, the supposed defector. And we also had Desmond Llewellyn coming back as Q, Robert Brown as M, and we had Jeffrey Keane as the Minister of Defence. Another thing that I loved was the music in the film. We had Aha doing the theme tune, but we also had the Stranglers doing two tunes. If There Was a Man, which was Necros's theme, and you always heard it playing in the background when he was going to kill someone because it was playing from his Walkman whenever he killed anybody, and it was also used in the fight scene on the plane. So it was one of those tunes. It got through the movie. We also had If There Was a Man, which was kind of the romance theme. It was the end titles, and it also played almost as an instrumental theme throughout. So the Stranglers got two tunes: Where Has Everybody Gone and If There Was a Man. The music was by John Barry, and this was his last outing, and by golly did he go out with a bang. One of the best ones he's done. The action itself didn't let up. We go to Afghanistan, we go to Vienna, we go to Russia for a concert. So it was as globetrotting as Bond will ever get. The action doesn't let up, and we had, of course, the traditional Bond car, an Aston Martin. In this case, the Aston Martin Volante, which I absolutely loved as a car until they blew it up, and I was absolutely devastated. Just a little bit of trivia, just a little bit of a note. There is a bit where they're driving towards the roadblock, and the Bond punches up the heads-up display, and you hear this sound effect as the display pops up, and it kind of took me briefly out the movie because It was a sound effect that was used on Space 1999, and I recognised it for that. But I got back into the movie again. But every time that scene comes up, all I can see is Commander Koenig on Moonbase Alpha punching away, and the sound effects come up. So, but apart from that, the movie was a fantastic movie, and it's one that's, I think, has aged well. The action is fantastic. It's definitely one of the better Bond movies around. I'm only sad that Timothy only did 2 movies before production was shut down because of there was a lawsuit going on at that point. So I would have loved to have seen more of Timothy in Bond, but that's how it goes. Well, that's all we've got time for today. But I'll join you again in another edition of End Credits, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.